Welcome to St. Paul Lutheran School, Craig Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington, Missouri, where today we have a matchup between the Herculaneum Blackcats and the St. Paul Lutheran Giants. Ray Halbrook along with Jeff Whitener. It's going to be a great day today for some basketball. Happy New Year to you there, Mr. Jeff.
Happy New Year to you, Ray. Friday night hoop action right here, live on Facebook.
It is.
From the farm town, Missouri.
Yes, all the way down in Farmington we do reach. All the way down here, Ray Halbrook and Jeff Whitener from Blue Tiger Media. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
And we are dealing with a little bit of some issues here, so we know that the actual game will be recorded. So worst case scenario, we will be able to re-upload this as soon as it's over, and you'll be able to re-watch this. But we're dealing with a new place that we haven't really had a chance to check out. So hopefully we're going to be able to squeeze this game in. And do us a huge favor before we get started: like and share the stream. We really appreciate that. Follow us out at Livestream STL, and you will get notifications as we go live. We're going to have a busy next couple weeks here, Jeff, and I know things are jittery right now, but hopefully we're going to be able to get some of this camera work fixed. But Jeff, give us the lowdown on what's going on for today's game.
Well, we've got a couple of teams here tonight with losing records, but with some promising upticks in the way that they've been playing lately. Mm-hmm. As Ray said, we've got the St. Paul Lutheran Giants, a private school here in Farmington. They are hosting the Herculaneum Blackcats tonight from the JCAA Small Schools. St. Paul enters tonight's game, Ray, with a 3-9 record. They're led by second-year head coach Justin Ford. Right. Justin also serves as the athletic director here at St. Paul. Now, previously he had been on Coach Chris Miller's staff at Grandview before Chris Miller left to go to St. Paul and coach. Okay. He's also a 2009 graduate of basketball powerhouse South Iron down there, and he played for legendary coach Dusty Dinkins down at South Iron. So he knows a thing or two about winning basketball and what it takes to build a program here at St. Paul. This is only the fourth year of existence for the basketball program, which is still a fairly new school here in the Farmington area. Giants are led by scoring by senior Ryan Dempsey, Ray. He's averaging 14 points per game. He had a really good effort out at the Grandview Christmas tournament. He's developed one of the prettiest shots on the side of the state, and as you mentioned the other day, he made the all-tournament team. He's only been playing basketball for a year and a half now. So this guy has really made some strides. Freshman guard Devontae Minor is next for St. Paul with 10 points per game. Look for senior Dylan Wilbred to battle in the paint the rebounds versus Herculaneum's Josh Moreland and Jordan Duncan. Wilbred leads the team in the Giants in rebounds, blocks, and charges taken, so pretty tough guy underneath. For the Blackcats, they've got a 3-6 record thus far in the season, and one of the big stories for the Blackcats has been the play of senior Jordan Duncan. Okay. Ray, he missed a significant portion of last season with an injury, as we all know, and so far this year he has been on fire. The Jefferson College baseball commit is averaging 20 points a game, including shooting a blistering 49% from three-point range. And folks, just to give you an idea, that's better than James Harden or Stephen Curry from the three-point line. Right. He also leads the team in rebounds and steals. While Duncan can work from the outside or down low, junior Josh Moreland, he does all of the hard work inside the paint. He's pretty fearless in there, as we know. He'll battle the opposition's post players. Senior Tyler Ritter, he runs the offense back there, guard for the Blackcats, and he'll look to get those guys the ball or swing it out to junior Isaiah Bracey, which Isaiah has a very nice mid-range jumper to complement the other players. St. Paul's going to have to shoot well from the field tonight, reduce their turnovers to have a shot in this game. Herky will try to control the boards and lock things down on defense to come away with a road run.
We caught up with both coaches today, or actually yesterday, and this is their interviews, and we'll step aside for just a quick second. We'll be right back. Here we go. Hey, we're here with Coach Jason Jarvis from the Herculaneum Blackcats. How you doing, Coach?
Great.
Awesome, awesome. Happy New Year to you. And I know the new year, you want to ring it in here at the best you can here. I know last time we talked to you was the JCAA shootout. Had a really good game against DeSoto. Catch us up on the Park Hills tournament.
Well, we had a good game against DeSoto right before the Park Hills tournament. That was probably our best game of the year so far. Jordan Duncan had 31 in that game. And then we were the 12 seed down at down at Park Hills, and we had to face off against the 5 seed North County, who eventually lost to the champions of that bracket down there, South Iron, and North County beat us pretty badly. Beat us by 23. Jordan had 16. I think Moreland had 16. We just couldn't get it going on early. Had to dig out of a hole and never dug out of it. Then we faced off Farmington, who hadn't shot the ball well from outside all year, but for some reason we bring that out in people, and they shot the ball really well. They hit 16 threes to our 10. Mm-hmm. Duncan was on fire again, had 7 threes, was one of 3 players to hit 7 threes. They had 2 players on their team that had 7 each, and Duncan ended up pouring in another 31 that night. He's 188 points away from 1,000.
Wow.
He's probably, I don't know what our 3-point leader for school record is, but his mother and him are trying to figure out.
I bet.
I think he's probably going to have a pretty good shot at getting that record also. So he's been playing really well, and we start to get Moreland to play a little better. I think some good things are going to happen.
Great. Yeah, you talk about Jordan Duncan, 31 points at the JCAA shootout, 31 points in some other games here for you guys. He's in the top 10, I believe, in the St. Louis County area here. So kudos to Jordan. But you walk into tonight to St. Paul Lutheran, and what have you got to offer for this game?
Well, we're going to have to handle their defensive pressure. I know Justin likes to throw a lot of things at teams, and he'll have his team prepared to play. And I keep trying to tell our kids, they can't be overconfident. They got to go down there and respect their opponent, and we got to play well to get the job done. I know Justin and those kids will be prepared, and they're excited about you guys coming down there, I'm sure. And, and so it should be a good competitive game.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much for catching up with us, and good luck to you. Happy New Year to you, and get the Blackcats off to a good start for the 2020 season here.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll see what happens Friday. I appreciate your coverage.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Hey, we're here with Coach Justin Ford from the St. Paul Lutheran Giants. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How you doing today, Ray?
Good. Happy New Year, and I know you guys are ready to kick off the 2020 season on a good note, hopefully. Catch us up a little bit at the end here in December for your 2019 tournaments, and just kind of where you guys are at right now.
We were at the Grandview Christmas tournament last week. We took 7th against Mark Klein, who's playing really well. We won in that tournament. We just wanting to get better, see a little bit better competition. And whenever you go into a tournament like that, and your players for most coaches is you want to see where you're at going into the rest of the year. And it's a turning point. Like, are you getting better, or you staying the same? Are you stagnant? Or there's some things that we need to work on? So that tournament allowed us to see some high-level competition, see some really good scores, see some good defenders, and it was good for us. And we went out that tournament. We played a really tough game with Bourbon on Monday. We had a chance to cut up within we had to cut to single digits, a couple of offensive breaks on their end, expanded the lead back to 11, but we had a chance to cut it to 5. And then I felt like if we cut it to 5, we had a chance to get to 3, and we were in a ball game. So the tournament did us good. So it was positive to see.
Now, you sent me a stat that I thought was just really, really interesting. I know St. Paul, their basketball program is very young, but young in age compared to a lot of the other schools in the areas here. But in the 4 seasons that you guys have had your basketball program, there's not a whole lot, the first couple of years that you probably were looking at positives for, but the last couple seasons here you've seen to double and triple your winnings, and tell us a little bit about that, what you think that's attributed to.
Just kind of consistency. This is my second year, and the first year we had went through multiple coaches. So we had. I'm the fourth program coach in our young history. The high school has been here 8 years now. This is the fifth year for boys basketball. So before I got here, there's been 3 different coaches. It was kids coming of age, sophomores and freshmen becoming, juniors, and juniors being seniors, and coming in with an expectation like, hey, this is how we're going to do things, and we're going to build off what they had built here prior. Right. Or what they were starting here, because it was the foundation. First 3 years were foundational pieces, and so the fourth year and the fifth year, just kind of the benefit from the progress they had put in for the first 3 years. And so now, you'll start seeing a compound interest, because I'll be here for the long term. So the plan is to continue to build off every year, and the kids know, like, okay, what does Coach Ford expect of us? What does he want done? What kind of defense are we going? What's our scheme? What's everybody's roles? And so before I got here, there wasn't, kids knew their role, but they didn't know what we were playing for. We had a basketball team, but what were we playing for? What was the expectation? And so now this year, I tell the guys, I'm like, hey, it's every practice is championship expectation. My frame of mind is I want a state championship every year. Now, some people are hearing that, saying you're at St. Paul and it's not there yet. Well, it's 5 years. It's 5 years young. Right. So I have goals of being a college coach. So if I have that mentality, then it's going to eventually rub off on my players, and we all will have that same mentality on let's go out and be champions every day. Regardless if we are or not, let's perform and act that way, and eventually we'll get there.
That's a good MO to live up to, a good bar to keep raised. And you walk into tonight's game here against the Herculaneum Blackcats. 2 questions for you here. Number 1, what is the expectations out of your team? Number 2, who could we be looking for, I guess, as maybe a leading scorer, and maybe elaborate on that particular player for me, if you would.
It's interesting going into tonight's game. Herky is an interesting matchup for us. They got a lot of good scorers. They got kids that can play various positions, that can shoot, they can drive, they can make plays. And so I'm looking at it as, okay, we can't stop one specific player, but there is one specific player that we'll be focusing on. And then we know that Josh Moreland's going to come and play big. Rudder's going to play big. Duncan's going to play big. Bracey's going to play big. I mean, all those guys are going to play big, and then their guys coming off the bench are going to play hard. You got the Hudson kid; he's going to play hard. I mean, all those kids are going to play hard, and Jason does a good job of getting those guys prepared. And my biggest thing is, be cool. Be cool out there. We know they're going to pressure us. We know they're going to be physical with us. We know these things. This isn't anything new. We've seen it. That's why we went into the Grandview Christmas tournament. We got a chance to see Orchard Farm. We got a chance to see that pressure. And so going back to the tournament, what does that look like? So that tournament is preparation for playing Herky tonight and playing Bourbon on Monday. And what does that look like? Did that tournament help us in it? And I think that it did. And our expectation is to come out and compete. As you talked about on the spread of those scores, now we're looking at how do we compete, and are we at a state championship level yet? No, but we want to bring those scores down. We want to elevate our play, and we want to compete with the other schools. So as you see, I think it showed we have teams averaging 62 points. And so I was talking to Andy, and that's a magical number for high school boys. If you can get 60, I'm not guaranteed you're going to win, but you're going to win a lot of games at 60. And so we're trying to pull down teams from scoring 70 and 80 on us, and we're trying to elevate our scoring, and we're slowly getting there. We've held, we didn't hold Orchard Farm. They, kind of eased the pressure off on us. They kept it at 68, but we held St. Louis Patriots to 65. Marquand had 63, and then Bourbon had 62. And so our biggest focus is on defense. Every night it's going to be on defense. I tell my guys, I don't care what you do on offense. And that goes to my next point. Ryan Dempsey, our leading scorer, and Devontae Minor, he's a freshman. Ryan's a senior, Devontae's a freshman. And so I have one leaving and one coming, and both of them are pretty dynamic scorers. And actually one who stats don't pop out yet is Garrett Dempsey. He's actually been playing really well for us over the last 4 games. And so he's been averaging 10 now. So those three guys are going to be three prolific scorers for us. And they're tough matches when they're rolling. And biggest thing is once I get them going on defense, offense naturally comes. It's a natural product. But Ryan is our leading scorer with 14, and then Devontae and Garrett. I'm hoping they have big nights tonight, and that's the game plan.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you catching up with us, and good luck to you for the 2020 season here going into the new year, and good luck to you tonight.
All right. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at St. Paul Lutheran High School in Farmington, where we've got the Herculaneum Blackcats versus the Giants, and it is currently 3-2 in favor of the Blackcats, courtesy of a three-point basket for Jordan Duncan. The Giants opened the scoring there while the interview was taking place. Drew Brakefield got the rebound off the glass and started the scoring for the Giants. So that's where we're at right now, 3-2, as Devontae Minor starts things off for the Giants. Stutter move from Ryan Dempsey off the glass. Rebound there by Tyler Reuter. Reuter pushes it up the floor quickly to Bracey. Bracey in the middle, kicks it back out to Reuter for a three, and it's good. Herculaneum takes a 6-2 lead with 5:45 left here in the first quarter.
Blackcats use the three they live and die for.
And there's
times.
Ryan Dempsey with a three of his own. That's off the glass. Rebound by Minor. Minor gets it in. Rebound and quickly back up the floor. Jordan Duncan off the rim. Minor away with the rebound. Minor outside to Garrett Dempsey. That goes off the rim. Rebound to the Blackcats. Duncan here in the near side to Reuter. Back to Duncan. They work it over to Josh Moreland from outside. Moreland off the rim. There's a big rebound there. Big rebound by Jordan Duncan as he snuck in between three defenders there. Timeout, Giants, and Coach Ford not happy with his defensive rebounding on that one, Ray.
No, sir. We're going to grab the starting lineups here real quick. We weren't able to grab that in before they got the game started here. So for the visiting Blackcats.
For the visiting Blackcats, we have senior Tyler Ritter. He's number 2 in your program. Junior Austin Myers is number 4. We have number 5, Jordan Duncan. He's a senior. Junior, number 11, Isaiah Bracey, and number 21, Josh Moreland. He's a junior. Blackcats are coached by Jason Jarvis, and he's assisted by Michael Buddy and Nick Davis.
For the St. Paul Lutheran Giants.
St. Paul Lutheran Giants, we have number 1, freshman Devontae Meyer. Number 2, senior Ryan Dempsey. Number 5, his brother, sophomore Garrett Dempsey. Senior number 22, Cody Ziegelmeyer. And 55, senior Drew Brakefield. Giants are coached by head coach Justin Ford, and he's assisted by Devin Goldsmith and Connor Gage. Giants miss their opportunity up the floor. Blackcats inbound. Jordan Duncan with the move towards the basket. The floater won't go. Rebound, Giants. Garrett Dempsey brings it up now. He drives the middle, kicks it back out to his brother on the outside, back down low to Garrett, and he kicks it back out to Devontae Minor on the wing, and that pass was errant, out of bounds, and the ball goes over to the Blackcats. Austin Myers now with the ball, back over to Tyler Reuter. Reuter outside to Duncan, to Reuter, to Moreland. Both teams employing a 2-3 zone at this point, Ray. Mm-hmm. Jordan Duncan with the floater on the elbow, and it's quickly 10-2 in favor of the Blackcats.
You mentioned Jordan Duncan being in the top 10 in three-pointers.
He's doing everything he can to stay on that. So far, Ryan Dempsey hasn't found his touch from outside. He's a great shooter, but hasn't found the scoring touch yet.
Pass.
Moreland down low.
Oh, gets it. How about that?
And that's what Josh Moreland does best, Ray.
Yep.
He picks up those and ones better than almost any player I've seen in the JCAA.
Absolutely.
He's not afraid to go on those difficult places on the floor, and he proved it there, getting that basket up and getting the bruise and one on the play. .334 left in the first quarter. Foul shot will not go. Bounces around, and it's quickly out to Ryan Dempsey, up to Devontae Meyer. Brakefield at the top of the arc. Brakefield drives the middle. Off the glass. Will not go, and there's Ritter with the rebound.
Ritter, one of the shortest guys on the team here, and he's probably got 3 rebounds already.
And that is what we mentioned before the game right there. Drew Brakefield, along with Dylan Wilbrod, very good at picking up those charging calls, and that charge was charged to Jordan Duncan on that play as he tried to split the defense and go up the middle there. And he ran into a wall named Drew Brakefield. Miner kicks it out to Brakefield over in the corner for Ryan Dempsey. Dempsey to his brother Garrett. Swings it out to Devontae Miner for a long 3 off the mark. Josh Moreland with the rebound. Moreland thought about a spin move, kicks it to Bracey. Bracey comes into the paint. That's a little short. He follows his own shot there, gets his rebound. Nicely done by Isaiah Bracey, and it's 14-2 in favor of the Blackcats. Miner to Dempsey on the wing, being guarded by Isaiah Bracey. Back to Drew Brakefield up at the top of the post. Garrett Dempsey now on the wing. He drives the middle, kicks it back out to Drew Brakefield. Passes it to Ryan Dempsey.
Not sure what happened there.
I believe they called a foul on that play on Josh Moreland. They're a blocking foul at the baseline. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter here. It's Herculaneum 14, St. Paul 2, right? Dempsey looking for Miner, gets it in cleanly to Garrett Dempsey, back to Ryan Dempsey. Blackcats content right now, only giving up 2 points to stay in that 2-3 zone. Garrett Dempsey tries to drive, gets the ball knocked away by Ritter. Gets it back, and Dempsey can't get it to go. Moreland with the rebound. Moreland to Bracey. Bracey with the shot, it won't go. And the rebound goes to the Giants. Here comes Garrett Dempsey up the floor. He brings it across the timeline, top of the key to Ryan Dempsey. Ryan Dempsey gets the ball stripped by Isaiah Bracey. Here comes Bracey through the lane, and a nice little
move. Yeah, nice move.
Little step move around Miner, and there's the ball stolen by Jordan Duncan. The Giants got careless there on that inbound end. Jordan Duncan has that killer instinct, Ray. He picked it right up. Miner now.
That's just the default for him, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hey, you're going to put the ball in front of my face, so I'm going to take it away from you.
Absolutely. Garrett Morris has the ball. Scrum on the floor. Dylan Wilbur couldn't get the ball to go, and the Blackcats come back the other way. Now the
telegraph
pass is blocked.
There,
Ryan Dempsey moves in, and that is an offensive foul. Tyler Reuter, the brick wall for the Blackcats there. Ryan Dempsey picks up the charge. Less than a minute to go here in this first quarter, Ray. And so far, it's been all Blackcats.
Mm-hmm. And we had a good little chat with Justin Ford here. You know, he's a second-year coach here and trying to do this right, trying to build this right, and it's going to take a little time.
Absolutely. It takes a while to change the culture and start to get some athletes into a school. Last year, they had their best record ever was 6 wins. They're already at 3 wins this year, so they'll keep improving little by little. Jordan Duncan from 3, off the rim, rebound, Isaiah Bracey. Bracey kicks it back out. And there's a 3-pointer by Grant McCullough.
We saw Grant McCullough a little bit at the last game at home, and he can be an impressive player.
Absolutely. Bracey misses that one off the rim. Big rebound there by Austin Houston. Can't get it to go. And Garrett Dempsey works it back up to Devontae Minor. Minor, quick pass inside to Isaiah Dumas, kicks it back out and around. And they can't get a shot off before the end of the half. We played one here in Farmington. It's the Herculaneum Blackcats 21, the St. Paul Lutheran Giants 2, here on Livestream STL.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
And as always, Ray, folks watching at home and commenting, please let us know where you're watching from, whether it's in Jefferson County, down here in southeast Missouri, or around the globe, Ray.
Absolutely.
Folks chime in and let us know. We see quite a few coaches and athletic directors on right now. Jonathan Roop, the athletic director currently, the Herculaneum Blackcats, is watching, Ray. And I don't know if you saw the other day what he did there with the trophy case here at the Herculaneum, getting all those trophies lined up. Did a really beautiful job inside that display case. So,
yeah, I saw photos there on Twitter, and congratulations to get that looking nice and neat, and I'm sure they appreciate that.
Big shout out to Jonathan Roop there. And Grant McCullough follows up his three-point from the first quarter with another three-point shot. 24-2 now. And the Blackcat defense has been all over the Giants at this point. As Lane Falch tries a three-point shot, that was short. Rebound Herculaneum. There's McCullough again off the rim. Tanner Weiss with the rebound. Blackcats can't get things to go. And Dylan Wilbert gets it back out to Garrett Dempsey now up the floor. Garrett Dempsey kicks it out to Devontae Minor for the long three. That shot is strong, but a rebound by Lane Falch.
A little too strong.
Lane Falch in and out on the three-point. And there's a foul against the Giants as Isaiah Dumas over the back of the Herky player trying to get that rebound. 7:02 remaining here in the first half. Thus far, the Giants have only been able to muster one basket, Ray, the opening basket of the game.
Yeah, maybe a little jitters here and there, but I mean, you know, it's the beginning of the 2020 season here, part of your season, and you want to do well, and you want to start piling up as many wins as you can, but it takes time. It just takes time.
And as I mentioned before, and you were dealing with some issues there. Last year, Justin Ford with 6 victories, as we see a shot there by Tanner Weesey, a three-point shot that goes in. Last year, 6 wins. That was their best record in their 3 years of existence. This is their 4th year in existence, and they already have 3 wins this year. So they're looking to add on and improve upon that total.
Right. Good screen there. Hey.
Dempsey gets that one to fall. That's a 2-point shot. 27-4 now in favor of the Blackcats. Weesey slings it over to Austin Myers now. Got some subs in for the Blackcats. Ryan Dempsey gets the ball up the floor. Garrett Dempsey in the lane, puts one up off the front of the rim, and a rebound by the Blackcats. That's Grant McCullough. McCullough kicks it to Tanner Weesey from 3 off the rim. And there's Josh Moreland with the rebound. Moreland to Weesey. Weesey kicks it back out to Austin Myers. Down low to Josh Moreland, and all day long for Josh Moreland right there, right? That's his bread and butter.
Yep. Feed the beast right underneath the basket there.
That young man's fearless in the paint.
Yep.
There's a shot that was partially blocked from Minor by Moreland. Moreland gets it in deep. Houston and McCullough can't get their shots to go. Devontae Minor comes back the other way.
Probably going to see a lot of McCullough here from here on out. A little bit of Weesey there also.
Tanner Weesey with the block underneath. Quickly up the floor. And Austin Myers. He picks up the bucket and the bruise.
He does. Sure does.
Devontae Minor with the foul there. And that will send Austin Myers to the line with 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first half. Dylan Woolbrid checks back in for the Giants. Get a little more rebounding power out there with Woolbrid and Drew Brakefield. And Woolbrid comes up with the rebound. Quickly up the floor to Ryan Dempsey. Dempsey's got a shot at it and a nice little runner off the glass. So the bank is open for Ryan Dempsey.
How about that?
Blackcats back up. Tanner Weesey all day long out there from three is going to put it up. He can't get it to go. Caleb Garrett can't get it to go for the Blackcats. And there's Ryan Dempsey again.
Oh, oh man. Caused a turnover there.
Ryan Dempsey showing some leadership on the floor there, making sure his fellow players are where they're supposed to be on that offense. As Weesey now works it to McCullough, back to Weesey. Down low to Moreland, kicks it back out.
Got him on there, yeah.
Definitely a foul on the play there.
Number 12 there.
Justin Ziegelmeyer picks up the foul for the Giants. Inbound to Josh Moreland. Moreland kicks it out to Weesey. Weesey to McCullough.
Oh, nice kiss.
When things are going well and you're hot, you get shots like that to fall, Ray.
Yep.
And McCullough is hot right now. Dempsey tried one high off the glass. That did not go. And on the assuming scrum for the rebound, the ball went out of bounds. And the Blackcats will take over. 3:59 left here.
Reuter comes back in and Bracey comes back in. Moreland has a seat. See, I'm getting better at this. I know people's names now after a whole season, right? After a whole season.
Bracey now. He looks to drive. Has the ball stripped. He got it back. Gets it out to Reuter. Reuter over to McCullough. McCullough down into Caleb Garrett. Back to...
Ooh, nice offensive rebound.
McCullough.
Ooh, kind of an off-balance shot there.
Caleb Garrett threw one up there, had a chance to score in the varsity game and just did not make it. Dempsey, that ball goes in and out, and there's Jordan Duncan, of all people, with the rebound. Duncan brings it up the floor.
Nice.
There is Grant McCullough all by his lonesome standing there. Nobody on him, unfortunately, for the Giants. That's a teachable moment right there when they look over the game film.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a shot by Ziegelmeyer off the rim on the three-pointer. Back up the floor. Here comes Jordan Duncan. There's a pass to Caleb Garrett, and Garrett finally gets one to fall.
How about that?
And the Herky bench erupted on that one. They were pulling for the sub there to get some points.
Yep.
Ryan Dempsey to Ziegelmeyer.
Might be in a situation now where it's for anybody who wants points, come get them.
That's right. Here comes Duncan. Puts it high up. Beautiful touch on that basket. It's now 40-6 in favor of Herculaneum. Dempsey gets it to Ziegelmeyer. Ziegelmeyer looks. And he traveled. He took a little trip there.
Took a couple steps too much on that trip.
That's right. Now we have Damian Sabe inbounding the ball to Tyler Reuter. Reuter gets it to Duncan. Duncan decides to let one go. That's off the rim. Rebound by Brakefield, and Garrett Dempsey now brings it up the floor. And foul was called. I'm not sure who they called that on, Ray, but that sends Lane Falch to the line. Falch hits the first one. And nothing but net on the second one now. Giants are up to 8 points. Quickly, Reuter to Duncan. Nothing but net.
Wow. Unbelievable pass, unbelievable shot. And he gets to go to the line.
Possible 4-point play now for Jordan Duncan. This is one of those situations. Jordan Duncan is obviously headed to Jefferson College to play baseball, Ray, and just think if they had a boys team out there at the college right now.
Oh, yeah, they'd be all over him right now, don't you think?
He could play 2 sports, and he could do well in both.
Absolutely. Oh, how about that?
Did that count?
I wanted to know. And he's going to the line. No. They're not going to count that.
Yeah, it must have been on the floor. I was waiting to see what the call was. Cody Ziegelmeyer gets it over to Garrett Dempsey. That shot's off the mark. Here comes Tyler Reuter. To Jordan Duncan. Duncan drives the baseline, loses the ball. Recovered by Garrett Dempsey of the Giants. Dempsey quickly to Minor, to Brakefield from the outside off the rim, and there is Tyler Reuter again. And Tyler Reuter makes no qualms about getting that ball up the floor very quickly. Shot was no good, and there is Jordan Duncan with the rejection on that play of Cody Ziegelmeyer. And here's the pass back up the floor to Duncan, off of the glass, no good. Rebound, and Garrett Dempsey comes away with it for the Giants. He drives the lane, and there is another charge. Offensive charge called against Garrett Dempsey there as he drove in the lane. They're saying the Blackcat player had position on him. We've got less than a minute left in the first quarter, Ray, or the second quarter, first half, pardon me. And Reuter's slowing things down now. Reuter looks in. He's got Doug Maloney. Maloney to Tanner Weesey. Weesey at the elbow. Back to Reuter. Over to Damian Say.
Taking a look at some of the. You're taking a look at. As I say that, you're taking a look at some of the future here for the Blackcat boys.
Absolutely. They've got some height, and I tell you, we talk about Maloney a little bit. He's a great football player, all-conference football player as a freshman. There's Josh Moreland picking up the pieces again. You know, in hockey, they used to call that the garbage goals.
Yeah, pick up the trash.
Pick up the trash in front of the net, and I think he would be proud to be called the trash man for the Blackcats. Moreland at the buzzer.
How about that?
And everything goes right for the Blackcats here in the first half. It's 48-8 in favor of Herculaneum here against St. Paul Lutheran on live stream STL. We'll be right back, folks.
And I'll say real quick, I really admire what you guys do with this. I think everybody who's ever tuned into one of these, whether it's a Legion game, whether it's a high school baseball game, with basketball, football, whatever it is, I've heard nothing but tremendous feedback about live stream STL and what you guys do and the quality of production, things like that. I would really encourage anybody who's involved in athletics throughout the county, or really anywhere in the metro area, anybody who's interested in sponsoring activities to get on board and get involved with this. I think it's added a ton to what we do here. It's added a ton to the program. You guys are a class act, and you're committed to doing things the right way, and we really appreciate that.
This live stream STL has been a huge asset for Jefferson County sports, in my opinion. I mean, getting these athletes the camaraderie that they're out there and people can see them. I mean, to be honest with you, I got a call from a coach yesterday about one of my athletes that said that they saw some of her games on live stream STL.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that right there instilled to me that this is important. You know, this is important for those kids. And so, you know, I think it's great, and I wish you guys the best. You know, and if you're out there and you want to sponsor, this is a great opportunity for you know, kids to support kids of our local kids and get them support and get them acknowledgement out there, because we have a lot of great athletes in this county.
We appreciate that. And at the end of the day, our mission is much the same as your missions, coaches, to help shine a light on these kids and get them exposure and get their name out there and help them. And if they can advance, they're better off, we're better off as a community, and that's why we're here.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubelortho.com or call 636-933-7400. As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And we are back. We've got a few minutes before we get started for the second half here. 48-8 is our score. Jeff's got some stats and updates for halftime stats here. Take it away there, Jeff.
Halftime stats hot off the presses, Ray. We'll go over St. Paul right now. I would just say the leading scorer for Garrett is Garrett Dempsey for St. Paul, and he has accounted for half their points, and that's all we'll say about that.
All right.
Herculaneum. Looking at the Herculaneum scoring right now, we have Jordan Duncan. He's had 15 in that first half. Wow. He's followed by Grant McCullough with 11. They're going to have to find a way to guard those guys, Ray. And then Josh Moreland down low, working where he likes to work. He's got 8 so far, so typical day in the office for Duncan and Moreland, but very surprising they haven't really guarded Grant McCullough on the perimeter, and it's really cost St. Paul so far.
Right.
Ray, what do we have going on tomorrow on live stream STL?
Well, we'll just give you the entire week. This week and next week we've got 2 games that we're covering tomorrow out at Lutheran South, the girls tournament here. There'll be a third place game and a championship game. We don't have the teams yet because they are completing as we speak. So we'll have that for you. As soon as I get the information, we'll probably try to put those streams together for tomorrow right away. And then so that's the Lutheran South girls tournament will be live there. The times are 1:15 and also 3 o'clock. We'll probably start about 10-15 minutes before that for our
quality
pre-games.
Teams over there at Lutheran South in that tournament, that's for sure.
Very much so. And so January 6th, that's Monday, we've got a boys matchup between Crystal City and the St. Pius X Lancers. Tuesday, we will be back at Herculaneum for girls basketball. The Lift for Life Lady Hawks will be taking on the Lady Blackcats over there. That'll be on Tuesday. Wednesday, it's not on here, but we're working on putting together a Main Street Sports, so that'll be Wednesday. We'll have information on that once we secure a location. We're working on that as we speak also. Thursday, we will be over at St. Pius again as the Hillsboro Lady Hawks will be taking on the Lady Lancers. That'll be all these games are 6:45 starts for us, 7 o'clock tip-off, but 6:45 pregame for us. And then we round out Friday. We could go for the absolute one full week. I've never done this before. One full week of nothing but live streaming. So Saturday, Friday, we wrap up out at Windsor High School. The Windsor Owls will be hosts to the Festus Tigers. So
that's boys basketball.
That's boys, yes. Yeah, we've got it all right there. And if you're interested in our upcoming games, go over to our Facebook page a little bit later and check out the events. And you'll see all of the games that we have planned. We've only had one game so far get canceled because of the inclement weather, and that was out at Hillsboro.
Finding some wood to knock on right now.
Absolutely.
Now, Ray, if I were a savvy businessman in the community, be it Jefferson County or counties surrounding the southeast Missouri area, and I saw a live stream broadcast, and I thought, you know what, this is a great way to level up my business and get things going here and help promote my business. What do I need to do?
Well, it's great that you mentioned level up your business, because I love that saying. But if you're interested in getting your business just basically onto that next level in people's face, we're, like I said, that this week coming up and next week, we are probably looking at least 9 to 10 days straight of live streaming. So you've got a chance to be seen a handful of times during our games. And you saw some of our sponsors earlier, Caleb Nose, Craig Rubel, folks like that. But we're looking for more sponsors, and we desperately need that to finish out our season. We had 60 games on tap, and we've probably run through about 15 to 18 of those already. So you still got most of the rest of the season here, and that's not including playoffs. That's not including any of our districts.
District playoffs.
Yeah. So if you're interested, if you're interested in sponsoring with us, give us a call, 314-852-4398, or you can email us at livestreamstl@outlook.com. Sponsor with us, because this is a great way to get your business out there directly into the Jefferson County area, right to your demographic.
And if you have any questions, if anybody knows Caleb Knows or any of our sponsors, Craig Rubel, talk to them about it, and they can tell you about their own personal stories, their benefits of having advertised on live stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
They good testimonials out there from the people who have advertised with us and are getting the bang for their buck, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Well, yes. Ray, we've got about a minute 35 left here before the start of the second half. What do you think needs to happen here for the St. Paul Giants to come out here and at least, the game might be out of hand at this point, but at least make a statement that they're gonna keep working hard and be successful?
Well, you play for pride at this point. I think it's a go out there and keep your fundamentals intact. You can't lose your cool at this point, but find things to build on. Find small things to build on that can springboard you into the next game, because I had a stat that I thought was very interesting with Justin Ford. Justin Ford has won already at this point in their young season. Now it's a young season. They only had a couple of wins their first couple of years, and last year he comes out, he's got 3 or 4 or 5 wins. And I had a conversation with him. I said, hey, years ago you didn't even know this either, but I was a coach. I coached a small private school in the St. Louis area, and it's kind of the same situation. And they basically were set up with they were only winning about 2 games a season. Right. And I said, you know what, we want to at least double that. We tripled that year. And so it's if you find small things to build upon, because those wins pile up over time.
Well, I have no doubt in seeing Justin Ford coach. I know the man can coach, and I just hope that down here he gets a chance, get some athletes around him that he can continue to build those programs and take those small steps. And
Right.
I know that when he took this job and talking with Justin down here, with not only the head coaching job of the basketball team, but the athletic director's job, he knew it would be a process, and he's in for the long haul. He is seriously committed to a long-term investment of his time with this program. So very excited to see what he's able to do here in the long run with the Giants here in Farmington.
We start the third quarter here. Let me change it over right now. There we go.
Giants will inbound the ball. Hey, you got it on there. That's
I got
awesome.
it on there, right?
Here comes Devontae Minor.
The small little things that make you tickle.
That's right. So it's the little things, folks.
Right.
Garrett Dempsey now on the perimeter. He's being doubled. He gets it in to Ryan Dempsey. Back, swings it back out.
Foul there on Reuter.
Foul on Reuter there. On the hold. Ryan Dempsey to inbound. He gets it out to his brother Garrett. He tries from 3 off the top of the rim. That ball's out of bounds.
Goes right next to Judah.
Reuter brings it up the floor and just Duncan just turns right around and tries a 3.
Why not?
And we've got a full timeout called by the Giants here at this point.
Full timeout here. I'll let you know because I don't know if I got a chance to talk to you too much about this, but I was actually on a show today.
I saw that you were going to be on the show, and I apologize. That looks like it was just a substitution timeout.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It was called by 4.
Okay.
Either that or the substitution buzzer didn't work.
We were talking a little bit about the benefits of live streaming. It was a really cool little show. Sioux Sports out of Canada.
Now, is that archived on the live stream spot?
It is. However, he was experiencing some audio issues, so all of his questions I was able to hear, but I don't think it made it to the actual live stream. So all you hear is answers. So hopefully he's going to maybe throw in some, maybe some subtitles or something. I don't know.
As we're watching the action there, Josh Moreland.
Maybe we can cut it up and turn it into some sort of, a commercial or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Josh Moreland there drew the foul as he went up. Ball turned over.
I got a shout out for you right there.
What do we got? Dalen Parks watching.
Dalen Parks, yeah.
And,
Hal Neisler. How about that?
Dalen Parks just celebrated a birthday.
Yeah.
Jordan Duncan says happy birthday to me with that 3-point shot. Giants just content to let the Blackcats shoot from the arc.
Yeah. One of the things I'm seeing here, just defensively, when you have this big of a lead, you can extend your defense out to the outside the perimeter there a little bit too.
Absolutely. There's a nice little follow-up and a bucket on the play for Jake Flowers of the St. Paul Giants. And they are in double digits in scoring now.
Yep.
Moreland from the outside. Moreland thought about it, kicks it around. Bracey back out to Moreland. Moreland swings it around to Myers, to Duncan. He thought he had it, fading away, but off the rim. Garrett Dempsey over to Devontae Minor in the corner. And they get it down low.
That would have been
to
a great
Fulch.
He stepped out of bounds there. It's going to stay down here.
Giants will inbound. Inbound pass went awry. And was that on the floor or did it count?
So that's probably on the floor there.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul on the floor there on Jake Flowers. Blackcats inbound. Tyler Ritter swings it around to Jordan Duncan. 3-point basket for Jordan Duncan. Sounding like a bit of a broken record there,
yeah.
But until they bring somebody out to guard him, Ray, he's going to take that all day long.
Yep.
Drew Brakefield with the ball.
Oh, tried to dump it off.
Tried
to slip it past Josh Moreland and said nope.
Josh Moreland tried to take it right away from him there, so jump ball. And we see some wholesale substitution now as some of the freshmen come in for the Blackcats. McCullough will take the ball. Gives it to Austin Myers. Myers in the corner to Bracey. Bracey back out to Myers. Swings it around to McCullough. Austin Houston in the corner. Back to McCullough off the rim, but a rebound, and it looks like a foul on the play.
You see the live and die by the three ball for Herculaneum. I mean, when they're on, they're on. You know,
Absolutely.
We saw that in the JCAA shootout, their big win over DeSoto, and when they're off, it's going to be hard to find another way to generate offense. Today you saw some looks down below, and that it was working, but Herky throughout the season here going to have to find some other ways to generate some more offense too.
Absolutely. Garrett Dempsey there drove the lane. That ball that would not go for them. Blackcats come back the other way. Jarvis was driving, and he's fouled on the play, blocking foul by Drew Brakefield. Jarvis to inbound. Gets it to Austin Myers. Myers to McCullough. Back to Myers. Out to Jarvis. They're swinging it around the outside right now, looking to get to Austin Houston down low. Austin Houston, of course, the running back, linebacker for the Herculaneum Blackcats.
I think he was nominated to an all-conference today, if I remember right.
Yes, he was. Nice little off the glass there for Garrett Dempsey. 3:53 left here in the third quarter now. The Blackcats slinging it around. Myers to McCullough to Houston. Houston drives baseline. He goes up.
Ooh.
Partially
there.
blocked.
Yeah.
And there's a reach-in foul on the play. Number 55, Drew Brakefield. Blackcats inbound. All the way out to Austin Myers. Slings it back around to McCullough. McCullough to Myers. Blackcats taking their time now. No reason to run with the ball. Myers to Jarvis. Jarvis to McCullough. McCullough to Houston. Houston trying to get it out down low. He slings it back out. There's Jarvis for three off the front of the rim. And a jump ball is called. Brakefield and Doug Maloney there. And Doug Maloney also made all-conference today.
Yes.
Football for the Herculaneum Blackcats. As a freshman, he's a freshman linebacker, and I've had a chance to see him play football. And boy, is this young man going to be good. Or he is good already. He's even going to be better as he gets older. There's Jarvis with the steal, brings it back the other way. He tried to drive, and he is fouled by Devontae Minor. I believe that's Minor's third. 3:01 left in the third quarter.
Substitutions coming in.
Nice crowd on hand here
Yeah,
tonight
absolutely.
for the St. Paul Giants. A small school, but a big crowd on hand.
Right.
Inbound to Houston. Can't get it to go.
Try to use that running back body to body slam somebody there. Oh, big three.
Three ball by the Giants. Garrett Minor won't go.
Now I'm going to
Rebound
tell you.
Herculaneum.
I'm going to tell you somebody that's out there right now. He was one of our very first camera operators for this football season. Number 24 over there for Herculaneum.
And they don't have him on the
run. You know, I'm gonna leave it alone then. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Doug Maloney now at the line. A lot of off the glass for his foul shot.
Kiss it.
He shakes his head like whatever works. They're all laughing about it down there. Certainly several Maloneys have come through and been great athletes in the past 10 years for the Blackcats. He hits both of his foul shots. He did it the easy way that time.
I'm going to give you his name is Thomas Weathers.
Thomas Weathers.
Thomas Weathers, one of our very first guys.
Weathers with a W or
it's
L?
W, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Weathers with a W. I thought it was an L too, but it is a W. Thomas did a great job with us beginning of the football season. I remember our first game over DeSoto, and we're calling for tornadoes and all that fun jazz. Remember that day?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Weathers tries a three, won't go. Rebound on the play by Woolbrid. And you see what happens, folks, when you work with us at live stream.
That's right.
You work hard, you work your way up, and then suddenly you're in the game.
That's right.
For the Herculaneum Blackcats. There's a testimonial right there.
Right, absolutely.
Giants work the ball around now. Austin Jackson doing a good job to guard. He's screened.
Ooh, ouch.
Garrett Dempsey didn't have much to go through on that, but it was enough to pick up the foul. And Dempsey goes to the line. Minute 45 left here in the third quarter. And unfortunately for St. Paul, they'll be faced with a running clock here in the fourth, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
We have another young man in the game now, 42 over there for the Blackcats. Unsure of what his number is.
Yep. I'm sure that's a JV or maybe even a freshman player. Ooh, offensive rebound. Oh, wow.
Tanner Weesey says, no, sir, as he deflects that away. And there goes Weathers. Weathers working into the corner. Back to Austin Jackson, back to Weathers, trying to get it inside. That ball's swatted away by Dylan Woolbrid of the Giants. Herky will inbound, close to being under the basket there. Weathers gets it into the corner. Back to Weathers. He's being double-teamed, comes through the dribbles underneath the baseline, and he is fouled. Fouled by Drew Brakefield. Devontae Minor comes back in the game. He checks in for Garrett Dempsey of the Giants. Weathers inbounds. Ball was taken away by Brakefield, and here comes Devontae Minor. Minor in the corner. He's Ziegelmeyer. And Cody Ziegelmeyer gets it to fall. 56-14 now with a minute left here in the third quarter. There comes Weathers, brings it across the timeline. Over to Austin Jackson. Jackson to Damian Say. Back to Jackson. That three-point attempt is off. And the Giants rebound. Here comes Justin Ziegelmeyer to Drew Brakefield.
Ooh, he didn't know him block there.
The big man with the move and the side stuff, and he draws the foul. From number 42. If anybody watching knows who number 42 for Herculaneum is right now, if they want to chime in on the comments, we'll be happy to fix that.
Yep.
But right now, Jason Jarvis has emptied his bench to try to get some players some crucial playing time. Now Caleb Garrett enters the game for Herculaneum, as Brakefield will try his second shot. And that is good. 56-15 now, less than a minute here as Herky drives the floor. Damian Say over to Austin Jackson. Back out to Weathers, to Jackson. Back out to Weathers now. Austin Jackson holding it now. To say, back to Jackson. Get it inside to 42. Turns around, jumps off the rim, won't go.
So we give those guys names that we don't know, max power, and if there's another person that we don't know, we call them min power. Min and max power. I've learned that. That's one of the things that I've learned in this business through through Matt Schutte. That's how he calls it, right?
I love it. Well, here comes Weathers with less than 10 seconds left. To say, to Weathers, over to Jackson. Jackson looks. Back to Weathers. He's going to try to pop a three. Off the glass, no good. It's 56-15 in favor of the Herculaneum Blackcats over the Giants here on Live Stream STL. We'll be back in a minute.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubelortho.com or call 636-933-7400.
Well, folks, at the conclusion of the third quarter there was a three-point foul, and Weathers for the Blackcats was able to make one of those threes. 57-15 now as we head into the fourth quarter here on Live Stream STL, live from beautiful Farmington, Missouri. And now we go to our minute break. And running clock now, Ray, as you said, we're playing for pride at this point.
Yep.
But
sometimes you got to play for pride, not prize.
Absolutely. And there's so much that the Giants, especially the younger players, can learn from playing a decent Herculaneum team on a night like this. And you know, you have that initial sting of a bad loss, but when you go back and you start to study it, start to analyze it, there are things you can learn, and that's what a coach is there for. The coach is going to guide you through, take you through the film, and this is always a teachable moment. These guys are always teaching, and you know, sometimes we see coaches get on players and they'll yell at them, get in their face, and get real loud. And I can tell you one thing right now: if those coaches didn't care about those players, they wouldn't be yelling at them.
Yeah. You can tell definitely, especially with Justin Ford. You know, he wears the heart on the sleeve at times, but you know, at the same time he's trying to drive the winning. You know, what it takes to win.
Exactly. And you wouldn't be yelling at him if you didn't love him and want to coach him up.
Absolutely. We begin the fourth quarter right now.
St. Paul inbounds the ball. Devontae Minor, the freshman, into Ziegelmeyer to Brakefield. Back out to Ryan Dempsey. That's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Max Power.
Max Power, there it is.
Austin Myers brings it up now.
Matt Schutte is loving you for
to
that.
Jarvis. To Meyer, that's no good. Weathers gets it out to Jarvis for three off the rim. Giants quickly get the ball out to Devontae Minor. The Euro step there, couldn't get it to go.
Oh.
And
help.
Austin Meyer finally is able to gather it and bring it up the floor. Thomas Weathers had it, let it go.
Oh, and he passed it right back to the other team.
Tried to save it, and it went right to St. Paul. Here's Ryan Dempsey back the other way, and he gets that to fall with the little roller there. 57-17 now.
I do have my lineups for tomorrow's girls tournament. We'll have that for you in just a second. Thank you, Coach Ben Elick.
Jarvis off the front of the rim. There with the follow-up is Meyer. Can't get it to go. And there's a foul on the play. I absolutely love the fact that the Herculaneum starters have been up and they've been cheering and yelling for these guys, these young guys. That's great leadership, great teamwork there being displayed.
Absolutely.
Max Power will head to the line.
We're going to find out who that guy is. about that?
Gets the first one to fall.
Our next break, we'll get out the information for tomorrow's tournament.
Excellent. So, folks, go to bed tonight. Get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to have a little rain, a little snow. Perfect time to stay inside and watch some live stream basketball.
There you go.
Lutheran South, that's a pretty neat old gym over there.
Yeah,
Lutheran South, they got that exposed beam look inside. Pretty neat place to be and play.
How about that?
Power drains his second shot, and here comes the Giants back the other way. Dempsey slings it around to Minor, to Dempsey, to Garrett Dempsey. Garrett Dempsey for three off the back of the rim, no good. Power with the rebound. Gets to Austin Myers.
We're not going to hear the end of that, I know that. Oh, nice roller there.
Max Power with a nice move underneath. Maybe he'll be the new Josh Moreland.
How about that?
Minor for three, gets it to fall for the Giants, and now they've got 20 on the board. Minor finally got it to fall. Here comes Austin Meyer for the Blackcats. He's being guarded closely on the play. Over to Jarvis.
I was going to say 23. I believe that's Coach Jarvis's boy.
Yes, sir. No mistake in that.
Yep.
Thomas Weathers, he's going to try for three, way over the top. Ryan Dempsey with the rebound. He's got his brother open here in the corner. He decides to take the shot, and he gets the bucket and one. Ryan Dempsey.
Can't be afraid to take that to the hoop from time to time.
More subs in now. Got another player, number 30 for the Giants, that I do not have on the roster.
He gets the three-point play.
And the Blackcats come back the other way. 61-23 now. 3:50 left here in the game. There's Jarvis with the drive. He gets it stripped. Rebound on the play by Garrett. Can't get it to go. Ball's out of bounds in favor of the Giants. Jake Flowers inbounds. Ryan Dempsey now brings it up.
Oh, fake three.
Fake three off the front of the rim. Rebound there by Garrett. And here comes Austin Meyer over the timeline. The Garrett turnaround
nice
off the glass.
That was a pirouette shot. How about that?
Here comes Ryan Dempsey again. He's going to drive, kicks it back out to Garrett Dempsey, his brother, over the top.
Too hard.
Power gets his ball stolen, and an easy basket there. And that's Preston Barnhouse with the bucket for the Giants. Correction, that's Ryan Dempsey. I'm trying to get everyone's name for both teams here into the game here.
You have a big task at hand there, I'm telling you that.
Hey, there's our buddy Max Power again with the shot and a smile on his face as the bench erupts.
He's already got 4 points.
I think he's got more than that now.
Maybe.
Garrett Dempsey kicks it out to Ryan Dempsey, and there's a three-point shot. 63-28 now. 2:20 left on the clock.
Like I said, things to build on. This is it right here. Get a little familiar with getting in the flow of things, and you got pounded on a little bit first half here, second half here. Let's go to work.
That's right. Young Jarvis with the foul on the play, and they reach in. Wonder if that means is
that a one-on-one shot?
That his coach will make him walk home from Farmington. I'm just kidding, folks.
I think we got a one-on-one. I think we do.
After much discussion and calculation, we do have the one-on-one. Well, Ray, I'm excited as number 30 for St. Paul makes that shot. We'll call him Min Power.
Okay.
Gets the second. I'm excited because this will be my first time I finally actually get to work with. I was a sideline reporter before, but I've never been able to work with Scott Lotta. So.
Yeah, we'll have 2 or 3 games depending on how things go right now. We have a guaranteed 2 games over there with Lutheran South tomorrow, and we're working on a third, which would involve the Herculaneum Lady Blackcats.
Less than a minute left to go now. Jarvis drives the baseline, but he also gets fouled on the play.
Shooting foul?
Shooting foul. Well, he actually, hopefully, let's get him to the line so he can get his shots in and get some points on the board at the varsity level.
This is probably going to be the last time back down and back here.
Jump ball.
I don't think we're going to get to a break here.
20 seconds left. That's okay. We can go over things before we go off the air.
Nice
that
pass.
Shot is short.
Oh, and it gets fouled.
Underneath, and there's a foul with 14 seconds left by Ryan Dempsey.
We will give you this real quick as we watch the free throws here for Dempsey. Herculaneum plays Kip at 11:30 tomorrow. We may or may not have that game, depending on sponsorship. 1:15, Fort Zumwalt West takes on Jennings. And at 3 o'clock, the championship. I say that the 1:15 game is the third place game. And the championship game is at 3 o'clock. That'll be Lutheran South and Union.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. And referees there, let that young man finish at the foul line as the final buzzer sound. 63-29, our final score here in Farmington, Missouri. The Herculaneum Blackcats over the St. Paul Giants. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Livestream STL.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and is fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubelortho.com or call 636-933-7400. And we are back here. 64-29 is our final score. Jeff, some takeaways from today's game.
The takeaways were when you let Herculaneum shoot from the perimeter and they're hot, they're going to burn you.
Yep.
It's a very teachable moment, some learning experience out there for St. Paul tonight. And we're happy that we were able to come down and do this game. We didn't do a player of the game tonight, Ray, but really the player of the game was really the whole team, was the Herculaneum Blackcats and the way they played here on the road, picking up that win, their 4th win of the season. So important to get the momentum going prior to conference schedule.
Yeah, and that was my keys to get some people here worked on as far as get your fine tuning going, and because conference plays right around the corner with a lot of teams, and some teams have already started some conference things, and so it's go time at this point.
Absolutely, Ray. It's this is where we're done with the breakdown. We're done with holidays, which throw off the timing, the schedules, not only for the players, the coaches, the practice schedules, and all of that stuff. And now we're to the point where we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We can get into our routines. We can start fine-tuning things and getting ready for the real battle ahead, and that's conference and district play.
Absolutely. We're going to give you the quick rundown here real quick of this week's schedule here. Tomorrow's game, we have, again, we just mentioned that 11:30 Kip against Herculaneum. Again, we may or may not have that particular game. We can scrape up a couple of sponsors quickly. We'll have that game to you at 11:15. 1:15 is Fort Zumwalt versus Jennings. and 3 o'clock for the championship, Lutheran South and Union. Those are all over at the Lutheran South Girls Tournament tomorrow. Monday, we'll be out at St. Pius, the 10th High School, as the Crystal City Hornets take on St. Pius. That'll be the boys on Monday. Tuesday, the girls will be over at Herculaneum. We'll be over at Herculaneum High School as they take on the Lift for Life Lady Hawks. Again, we're talking about possibly doing a Main Street Sports on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be back out at St. Pius X with the ladies as they take on the Hillsborough Hawks. And rounding out the week, Friday, we'll be over at Windsor High School catching the boys here as the Festus Tigers take on the Windsor Owls. So that is our loaded week of basketball next week.
Great lineup of basketball, and really it starts today.
Right, absolutely.
With tonight, we've got 2, maybe 3 games tomorrow. Then you're right back into it Monday, and it is basketball all the way. There's all of the shows are going to reruns now. You can go and you can live stream and you can binge watch stuff later.
Yep.
But we can bring you live basketball every single night of the week next week, plus possible Main Street Sports Show.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in helping out with us sponsor, give us a call, 314-852-4398, or you can email us over at livestreamstl@outlook.com. You're really surprised at how affordable this is.
Absolutely.
There's businesses that put up thousands of dollars for live stream sponsorship and advertising and whatnot. That's not necessarily the case with us here, and unless you're doing multiple games with us, and we'd love to have you come on as a sponsor for the rest of the season here, things like that. But again, if you're interested, give us a call again. I'll throw that up there one more time, 314-852-4398, or live stream STL@outlook.com.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Curtis Halbrook.
Hey,
your
Curtis.
son, Curtis, been working with this, spending a lot of time doing this over his Christmas break before he heads back to school. I'm not sure exactly what day he goes back yet.
Next week sometime, I believe.
But we certainly have appreciated all the help and all the hard work that he's put in here at the live stream crew. So I want to
make this a family thing, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, for Ray Halbrook, Jeff Whitener, the rest of my Halbrook clan, we're going to say so long from Farmington here at St. Paul Lutheran School, and we are going to be back tomorrow again. Don't forget we'll have the streams up a little bit later tonight, but catch those streams tomorrow for the Lutheran South Girls Tournament, and we will see you then. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.